Hi besties, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today's video is going to be just a quick one and nothing crazy. I wanted to put this up last year, but it's fine. We're gonna do it this year. I did actually film this before January came around, but for some reason I lost like 80% of my clips. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. I don't know. But they all went gone. They all went missing. So we're gonna film it again just because we are now in the new year. And by if you could tell by the title, we are going to be talking about 2025's most anticipated books for me. I know that there's a lot of books coming out, you guys, this year. One of them being Onyx Storm, which actually is released today, January 21st, when I am filming this video. But I am not a fantasy girly, so Onyx Storm is not on my list this time. But I do have a video coming for you guys soon. I don't know how soon, just because it's gonna take me a minute to read some of the books that I have coming up. But just know that possibly, maybe Onyx Storm will be in a vlog, in a reading vlog. And I say possibly because I don't know how reading Fourth Wing is going to go. But just keep your eyes out for reading vlogs coming up with that series. I have a few videos in mind that I'm going to be doing that are going to take me a little bit longer to get to. So in the meantime, let's just jump right into this one and let me talk to you guys about the books that I am excited for 2025's releases. First one being Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I have most of Abby Jimenez's books. I think she only has like maybe 6. I don't know. I think I have like 3 of them. I think I'm only missing one, which is The Playlist, I think it's called, or something like that. And maybe there's another one. I'm not sure. But I do want that book for sure. And every time I see the title, I just think of Taylor Swift. Let's just be very, very honest. I'm pretty sure that's why everybody is going to probably pick up that book, is because it's giving very much Tay-Tay. And yeah, I just can't wait. And that one actually comes out on April 1st. So we are very, very close to that coming out. I think we have what? February, March, April, 3 months. So 2 months, 2.5 months. So we're very close to us getting that book. But I think I have all of these books also on pre-order. So with the way Onyx Storm is going, I might just even cancel all my pre-orders and just order them when the time comes. Like, I'm not really in a rush to like have to get it that same moment, but who knows. Next we have Scythe and Sparrow. I think that's how you say it. Scythe or Scythe. I don't know. The 11th of February, sorry. And I have the first 2, of course. I haven't finished the first one. What is it called? Butcher and Blackbird. I haven't finished that one. I have started it. And unfortunately, I started reading that book when I was in a slump, just trying to find books to get me out of one. And I did enjoy the first few chapters that I was emerged in. But I decided to put it down and soft DNF it because I did not want that book to not get a decently good rating from me, considering how bad of a slump I was in. Okay, so we left that alone. She's sitting up there for right now. Eventually we will get to her, but yeah. Anyways, I do also have Leather and Lark, but obviously I'm not going to read that anytime soon because I know that they're standalones, and they are Leather and Lark has to do with Lark from, which is I forget her name in the first one, is her, I think it's her best friend or something like that. And I think the other person who is referred to as Leather is the MMC's brother, I think, from the first one. So I don't know. I know a lot of people do not like Leather and Lark, but let's be completely honest. I feel like things that people love and rave about, I hate, and things that people hate, I tend to love. So could that be that I'm easily influenced by books? Possibly. So who knows? But yeah, I am getting, or I am looking forward to getting that one as well. Next, we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver, and this one is going to be released March 4th. I do have the first two books in that series, so I'm really excited about having the third one. I do want to make this year, I do want to explore more different authors, specifically ones that are super raved about, because I want to see what the rave is actually about. Like, plus I think the covers are really cute and pretty, and they're not too much. Like, I like the way that they look, and I think this one is green. So I have the orange, the pink, and then this one will be green. So I'm really excited. I do also have her other series, the other one that is like super popular right now. I do have some of her books in that series as well, so I will be collecting and buying the rest of that series to complete it. But as of right now, I have 2 and 2 from each series, and obviously Wild Side will be book number 3. I don't know how many she's gonna have in that series, but most likely I will be getting them all. And see, I have this problem, and I'm sure that every other book girly or guy has this problem. I will get a series even if I haven't read or liked the first one, only if I feel like the series looks better together. Like, if the books look nice and cohesive together, I will get the entire series. I don't care if it's bad. I will get it. That's what I did with the whole Boys Atomic series. Like, I love the way that they look together, that I did not want to just have one book. Like, I bought the entire series in one go. And when am I gonna read it? I don't know. Possibly this year, but we don't know. Anyways, moving on. Next, I have Wildest Dreams by L.J. Shin. My countryside came out real quick. Anyways, Wildest Dream by L.J. Shin. She is another author that I have plenty of books by, but I have not read not one. But I feel like I will be obsessed with her as an author, and I will love her books. I know a lot of her books, or some of her books. Well, I don't really know because, again, I've never read them. But I have heard people say that some of her books are a little bit, not like super, super dark, but some of the guys can be like really big bully guys. And I don't really know how I feel about that because I hate bully romances, but I'm always willing to give some bully romances a try depending on like how bad the bullying is. I have really bad memories of being bullied, so like I just don't like too many bully romances or just bully books at all. Like the one series by Penelope Douglas, like I won't do it because I heard like they're all just bully romances and I just refuse to read them. But even if they are bully romances and I might not get through with them, I'll just still keep the books because the books are really pretty. Like, her covers are so nice and like they just deserve to be on the show. Anyways, next we have The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose, and this one comes out April 17th. Now, I did read The Perfect Marriage, and I actually really, really love that book. I know a lot of people hate that book, but I personally loved it. It was like the second book I think that I read that was like in the mystery genre. And this one and Verity, or The Perfect Marriage and Verity, were the first two books that I read that got me into that genre. I wanted to read mystery thrillers for a very long time, and I just didn't know where to start. And I started with Verity, and I was immediately obsessed. And then I read The Perfect Marriage. So I read those like back to back, and I became obsessed with the genre. And I started reading obviously more mystery thrillers. I haven't read as many as I would like, so I really want to dive more into mystery thrillers this year, even if it's not during spooky season. But yeah, I'm really excited about The Perfect Divorce because I want to know what's gonna happen. Like, I didn't really think it needed a part 2 at all, but now reading the synopsis that she had for this one, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And then we have Birds of a Feather, which is going to be released December 16th, and this is by Kate Stewart. I believe this is part of the other series that comes right after the Ravenhood series. So we have the Ravenhood series, and then we have One Last Rainy Day. I believe it's another book, and then this one, Birds of a Feather, that is part of an interconnected standalone series. But I think they kind of like combine together, or like have something to do with each other. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I hear a lot of people say that if you love the Ravenhood series, you will love One Last Rainy Day, which I think is his name is Dom. I think it's like kind of like his story or something, or like his point of view or something that has to do with him. But there, that is its own series. So like it's 3 books within that whole little thing. I don't have either one of those series. I will be buying those here really shortly, because I really want to have the completed like series that has anything to do with those people, like those characters. I want it. I don't care. Like I have the entire Ravenhood series. I haven't read part 2 or part 3 yet. I've only read Flock, but I'm also saving those books for the perfect timing, because I'm mentally not prepared. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. Next, we have Caught Up by Navessa Allen, and this comes out June 10th. And this has something to do, I believe it's the best friend, and like our FMC's best friend, Ali. Ali, is that her name? Ali. I think that's her name. It's Ali's best friend, and I think one of her cousins that are like in that mafia. If you've read it, if you've read the story, then you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the cousins, and I think it's their story. And I absolutely loved Lights Out. Like I loved it so freaking much. First of all, that was the first ever dark rom-com book I've ever read. I'm still slowly like dipping my feet into dark romance. I'm figuring out what it is that I like in dark romances and what I don't like, and what I'm okay with and what I'm not okay with. And if it's any good like Lights Out was and has that rom-com dark romance feel to it, I know I'm going to eat it up, because Lights Out, loved it. It's definitely a book that I have to get to just have it on my shelf, because I love that book so much. Next, we have Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. Now, this is another series that I haven't really read the entire series. I've only read the first one, and that was the first book that was a cowboy romance that I actually was like, okay, I need to get on the cowboy romance section, like train. But that's the only cowboy romance I've ever read. Everything else is just kind of like basic romance, and I know that I need to get on it. Like a cowboy romance is just, I feel like they'll do something different for me, and I should probably read more of them, but I just haven't. Next, I have Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young, and that comes out next week, and I think I have that pre-ordered. Like it tells me on my Amazon that it should be arriving the 28th. Do I think it's going to arrive on the 28th? No. But again, another author that I really, really want to read. I do want to read Out on a Limb, and I feel like I'm going to read that on my Kindle. Also, I think I'm going to read this one on my Kindle, even though I have a pre-order. So I might cancel the pre-order and not even worry about it, just because I don't feel like it's a book that I care to have on my shelf. I feel like I will just read it on my Kindle at some point, but I know it's definitely a book that I do want to read. I did watch someone cry over this book that I guess had the arc of it, and she was bawling her eyes out. So I want to see what that's about, and want to know why the heck she was crying, because I don't think Out on a Limb was a sad book. I've never heard anyone cry about it or seen anyone cry about it. I've only heard really good things, and how well of a written trope it was, considering it was a pregnancy trope, and everybody and their mama for some reason hates that trope. But a lot of people say that that trope was written really, really well, and I like pregnancy tropes. I don't know why. Call me weird, I don't care. But yeah, talking about this one, back to track, Jasmine. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. Lastly on this list, you guys, we have Rewind It Back by Liz Tomforty. I think that's how you say it. And that one comes out April 24th. Now, here's the thing. This is a series that I feel like I've been wanting to read, and have been going back and forth with this series, as far as I will download it on my Kindle, and then I will take it off, and then I will download it on my Kindle, and then take it off, and then I will download it on my Kindle and take it off. And I know it's a series that you don't have to read in order. And I also know that it's a series that people say the most flip-floppy things ever. Like there's so many good things, and then there's so many bad things. And sometimes I can be very much moved by what people say. Like if I hear way too many bad things about a series or a book, I will avoid it like the fucking Black Plague. Okay, let's just be completely honest. And if I hear enough people rave about a book, then I I will be like a crack fiend and want to hop right on it. Like, let's just be very fucking honest. I want to read this series, and again, I'm also the type of person where like it's very hard for me to just read random books within a series if I don't read it from the beginning. So like, for instance, Wild and Wrangled, I only read the first one and I didn't read the second one, but just looking at it, I know I'm not gonna enjoy it, and I know I'm not gonna miss anything. Like, I'm not gonna miss anything that has anything in that book. Like, I'm not gonna miss it. I genuinely in my heart don't feel like I'm going to miss out on anything. I don't have any FOMO. But when it comes to this series, like I forget what it's called, but when it comes to the series by Liz Town 40, I feel like I'm going to miss something in the first one, which is the one that people do not like. And I want to still read it, but then again, I'm like, I don't have to. I could just jump into the second one, but I feel like I'm going to miss something, so I have to read it. But it's so hard to want to read something people rate or people talk so badly about. So I don't know. I think I've only seen one person, and that was literally today, say that they actually really love the book, and that people who hate the book are crazy and just like they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I don't know. Maybe I like I said, there are some series that I just feel it in my heart that I should not skip out on any book, or, you know, not read a book and skip to other books. And this is one of those series. And then there's some series like the Blue Ranch series, I think that's what it's called, where like I just know in my heart I'm not gonna miss anything in the second book, and I can jump right into the third one. Like, I don't know, my brain is just weird like that. It just is. So yeah, you guys, that is that for this video. Those are all the books that I look forward to coming out this year. I'm sure eventually there will be more releases and things like that that either I haven't mentioned or are not on any of like the sites that mention any of the books that are releasing. So, you know, obviously as time passes and there's books that I want, or I see books that I like, then obviously I will add that. I would add going on with my accent.
You good? You done? Thanks. What was I saying? Oh, because you have a lot to say, huh? Oh, thanks. I need a spoon, though. I need a spoon. And this is kind of greedy, eating out of a pot. We need a plate. Thank you. So good. So good! Stop it. Yay! I'm gonna just wait till you're done. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. You're gonna hit your hands, and it's gonna hurt. No, thank you.
Anyways, like I said, if there's obviously more books that will be released, then, you know, I will go with the flow and just, if I like them enough to buy them, I'll buy them. If I just want to read them on my Kindle, I'll read them on my Kindle. You know, it is what it is. But those are the books that I look forward to for like the releases and reading them and stuff like that. And yeah, you guys. So without further ado, I will chat with you guys later. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and for watching. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.